I admit that 198 horsepower and a 2.5 liter V8 is pretty weak. I plan on redeeming myself by making a powerful V10 with the largest bore and lowest stroke with the Tardi UR L8, making it a true supercar than a slow sports car. Hey guys, it's TRIZE here and let's modify this car. So with the general, like the panel material, chassis, the suspension, all this good stuff, this will remain the same. So it'll remain with the aluminum panel material, monocoque chassis, steel, mid-lunge, McPherson, double wishbone, all that good stuff. So here for the engine. So if you don't get how I made this engine, I maximized the bore to 120mm and lowered the stroke to 40mm for the family capacity, and then I went in with the variant capacity right here, and kept the bore as is and lowered the stroke even further to the absolute lowest of the game of 28mm to get it to about 2.5 liters with a V8 engine. So let's click on new project and let's just rename the engine as so. Like the V8, kinda micro V10. So let's choose the V9 degree V10 engine. Let's probably keep the materials as is. Let's use aluminum silicone for the panel material, or the block material, it's not the car. And again, family capacity, 120mm, and... oh, please don't. Would push rod work? Okay, we've got enough in width. How about a direct acting overhead cam? We're kind of pushing it. How about a single overhead cam? Okay, single works, but not a dual. Oh, damn, that sucks. So we might as well use a single overhead cam 4-valve. What, does this amount of heads change? Nope, doesn't change the width whatsoever, so that's good. So let's lower the stroke right here to 40mm. So currently it's 4.5 liters up in here that we got for the engine for the family capacity. And again, for the variant capacity, lower it down to 28mm. And we got to about 3.2 liters or 3,167 cubic centimeters. Alright, for the rest with the crank cowl rods and pistons and the balancing bass, let's probably choose like the strongest ones as possible. So billet steel, lightweight forged, and again, lightweight forged with pistons. We're not going to use titanium up in here because, well, it's an expensive boy, alright? As you can see right here what the materials cost. And maybe choose harmonic damper, but with this low of a stroke setting that we got here, I doubt we'll need it, but who knows. So for the cam profile, let's increase this to a 10.5 because it'll be direct ejection up in here. And the springs and lifters jump this truck maybe like a 90 or something because it was set to around like in the high 70s or something like that. And the RPM limit, let's see right here. Let's start off with 8,500 RPM for now, and we'll see about this a little bit later. And again, like the V8, it'll stay naturally aspirated, so no turbochargers whatsoever. So for the fuel system, like I said, direct injection with a sort of a single throttle setup with a variable intake with the fuel type we're going to be using. Good old super fuel because, well, hopefully we can make this as a true supercar than a slow-ass sports car disguised as a supercar. And the exhaust, let's choose some tubular, maybe mid-headers. I'll probably do some long headers, but who knows. Dual exhaust with the size set, 1.5 inches because it's not going to produce a crap ton of power. High flow 3K converter, first, do just straight throughs first and second, and worse than the V8, god damn. Went from 198 to... I think it's probably because we went to freaking single overhead cam, it's making this god-awfully worse, I swear. What's the difference between a single overhead cam and a push rod? It probably has some valve float, but yep, valve float. If so, I could result to some quality sliders, but we're not going to be quality spamming this to a plus 15. I say, what's plus 15 be like? Not bad, but I'm not that kind of guy. What if I change this to a tubular long headers? I swear to God. Oh boy, here we go, 185, just like the frickin' V8. Oh boy, I forgot about this. So if I decrease the manifold size, like I forgot about this, we're increasing quite a bit of power. So I was around 203 horsepower and dropping the manifold size as so. We're increasing throttle response and horsepower as so. We'll put this down to a 20. I think I had it around here with the V8. So we're making a lot more horsepower without doing all the quality spamming or all this good stuff up in here. Will it be the same thing for the header size? I swear. Yeah, better. Alright, so a progress report, I decided to add a turbocharger to this car, so I'm making a 291 horsepower, as you can see right here. Got ourselves a twin turbo setup with a modest compressor and turbine setup we got here. Currently makes around 6.5 pounds of boost right now because this thing was like braking left and right up in here. Well, because this game isn't that used to having small engines and forcing a turbocharger to make this right here work. I'll try to improve this so we can finalize the engine as is. Okay, so finalized the engine as is right here. So we got the power rating of 469.6 horsepower at 7,900 RPM and the torque at 367.3 pounds-feet of torque at 4,700 RPM. So we got a bar of boost we're running up in here, which is about 16.7 PSI. And everything pretty much about quality spam to a certain extent at a +6 for virtually everything up in here except for the exhaust. I'll reserve the quality spamming for builds that are on the waggy side of things. While I'll get much more power by maxing out the quality to a +15, it'll be so expensive to manufacture that it won't be achievable in real life. So I'll leave the quality spamming for a future video. So right now, let's listen to what this V10 engine sounds like right now. It ain't no Lexus LFA, but for a redline of 8,500 RPM, still sounds pretty menacing. So for the general vehicle build, like for the wheels, tires, drivetrain, all this good stuff, I pretty much got this all done from my last video, but we'll make some adjustments right here. So for the top speed, from the original 138.8 mile an hour top speed, what the hell happened here? Is it the new redline and all that good stuff? Okay. So at 3.60 to 60 right now, top speed 223. Let's keep it legitimate around 200 miles an hour, 0 to 60, 3.6 seconds. I like that. And an MPG rating about 10 miles per gallon. Well, it's a gas guzzling V10. What'd you expect? The tires and everything, tire width, I'll probably keep this as the same rim size, material. And for the brakes, okay, we got some weirdness with the rear up in here. But there is some brake fade in the back, so increase the size a little bit, so not too bad. And 355s up front, not too bad either. And for the rest of the car, same type of infotainment system, same type of driver aids, electric variable power steering, and why is this set to ABS brakes? I think this was a budget car by V8 engine, and this is the more upscale luxury model, so electronic stability control and launch control, and suspension, we'll do some little bit of tuning here. Did I put this in a sports setting? Yeah, yes I did, so what do we get here? Less comfort, a little bit better in the cornering in terms of the steering at a slow speed and everything else. Well, it's yelling at me because dampers being too hard, clearance issues, and all that good stuff, which I'll go over later. Alright, so we got the car pretty much all set and done here. So with the coloring and everything, let's change the color right here. Instead of the baby blue color, I'll just change something right here. Maybe this dandelion yellow looking color will probably do, so let's do that for the general body, and same thing for the roof, aka plover. And finally, for the name, instead of the Tardi UR L8, we'll call this bad boy the Tardi UR L8 according to this person in the comments of that video. So yeah, this is the final looks of the car as so no design changes except for the engine and the coloring and all that good stuff. It stays true to the game with the original Tardi UR L8. So before I export this bad boy to BeamNG.drive, despite these list of problems we got going here, such as the ineffective power distribution, the front and rear jams being quite hard, the clearance issue at the front of the engine being quite narrow, sitting for the sides here, the rear tires having a very low profile, the front tires being quite light, and the brakes are showing some slight brake fade, let's export this car to BeamNG.drive and compare this to the V8 version of this car. So here we are at the bottom map of Endless Highway. We got two of the respective Tardi UR L8s right here, with the 2.8 here and the original UR L8. And we're going to be testing both of these cars out, starting with the 0 to 62 acceleration test, then the 62 to 0 brake test, lastly a top speed run with each of these two vehicles down this big ass stretch of road. So acceleration tests begin now. Accelerate with the UR L8, the original V8 engine, to rev up to 8,000 RPM second gear to third gear, fourth gear. Nope, 0 to 62 in 7.06 seconds of 349.91 feet. So yeah, pretty much the 0 to 60 is like average to like most sports cars and some passenger cars out there in real life. So brake test underway. 62 to 0, 2.27 seconds of 90.83 feet. So braking time, that seems pretty great compared to most cars. Pretty much on par with like most sports cars and supercars. Now for a top speed run, even with dual clutch, the little freaking clutch drop probably would not work out. Let's see. No, better. 6.13 seconds of 343.54 feet. Not too bad. Went from a 7 second 0 to 60 to a 6 second 0 to 60. Pretty much cut that down by a full second, doing a slight neutral drop right there at 5,000 RPM. Like 5,000 or 6,000, right around there. Okay, gear 7, we are stuck at 149 miles per hour up in here, which is kind of unfortunate. So we got a lot of road to go to crash at the wall at the very end of this map, which we're not going to increase its speed no matter what, so what gives? Okay, I see the wall up ahead, so about 2 minutes of driving in a straight line, we still got the speed stuck at 149 miles an hour, so everything as is with this here crash. God damn, and it's still running. Are you kidding me? I mean, it's mid-engine, but still. We can still put the power down and just ram it in the wall again and back up as so. So let me land myself at the wall again, please. Fair enough. Let's get the UR L8 car and do their 0 to 62 tests, and the rest as so. So start the 0 to 62 of the Tardi UR L8 car now. Mediocre acceleration, rev it as V10, 0 to 62 at 4.13 seconds of 172.83 feet, so a big-ass difference compared to the V8 engine just going at a standstill. Now for the brake test, let's see here. The same, or relatively same, or different? Let's see here. 62 to 0 at 2.03 seconds of 91.67 feet, so going down the list here. I mean, the time is a little different, but the distance, distance is about the same by a foot. So a foot difference between the UR L8, the original car, and the UR L8, but the UR L8 has a 2/10 of a second difference between this one and the other one right here. Now, like what I did with the UR L8, let's do a rev bomb right here. Traction control, maybe do it. 0 to 62 at 3.26 seconds of 167.47 feet, so that is a damn good 0 to 60 right there from neutral dropping right there. And I am certain here we are definitely going to get the top speed run as so. So look at that, way past the R8, or the UR L8, I mean, with the V8 engine. So 170, are we tops? Yep, top gear, gear 7, and we're still going as so. I compared the difference between this car and the other one, so the 0 to 60 with the neutral drop was 6.13 seconds. This is 3.26 seconds, so about a 3-second difference between the two by just neutral dropping as so. So top speed, we're about 198, 199, 200 miles an hour, so we're pretty much reaching the automation top speed of 203 miles per hour, so we are definitely going to get its top speed right then and there. So 204, beyond its top speed, right here, 205, keep on going. So I see the wall down the road here, so we got the top speed of 208 miles an hour. We haven't reached its red line as so we've been hovering around this speed for a very long time, and again, crash as is. Damn, just about the same results compared to the original UR L8 right here, so I'll bring this guy over and compare the difference between the two. So, pretty much a side-by-side look of these two cars. Let me back this up a little more, and here we go. So, the UR L8, the one in yellow, has been smooshed up big time compared to the original UR L8, the one in blue. And just like the two, we got the engine exposed, most of the engine exposed, including the intercooler right here. How about the original? We got none of the engine components exposed, but we do got so right here with the newer, redone model of this car. So right now, let me find a good map to start our time trial run by comparing the difference between these two vehicles. So here we are at the bottom map at the Bahrain International Circuit. So this is the very first time I'm driving this map right here, and we'll be doing one lap with a rolling start with this car and the other car to compare the difference between the two in terms of time. So let's get ready to start things off here with this time trial, and ready, go. As we slightly neutral drop and make this delay in steering right-hand turn as so. So I apologize if I do kind of drive poor on this map here because I'm kind of used to this in Formula 1. Okay, here we go. Brake zone. Here we go. Not too bad of a first time driving a regular car out here, so I'm kind of used to this in the Formula 1 games and stuff like that. I want to say I do apologize if I drive kind of bad on this map here because, like I said, it's the first time driving an actual road car compared to driving a Formula 1 car at this shysters. So despite that little mistake, we're doing pretty much not too bad up in here. Let's pump the brakes a little, kind of cut down on the curb. Not too bad of an apex. Not bad. But not only that, the brakes are cooking up quite a bit. 800s up front. We gotta be careful on our brakes here, but I really have not much of a choice here. So this is pretty much a spot where you do the flying lap in Formula 1 games right here. Is where you take control. I think right here is where you take control in the Formula 1 games, if I'm right. Even though I'm mastered it with a wheel, but semi-ish got to your like 80, 90% AI with a controller. So here is the final straightaway with these tire marks that we got going right here by the grid markers here. More tire tracks required because all the cars starting as so. So a time of 2 minutes, 50 seconds, 141 milliseconds. I'd say for a first time, not too bad driving here with, like I said, a sports car on a Formula 1 track. So let's go to free roam, crash this out yet again, and change cars. I thought we were gonna breach through the damn fence, but let's swap the cars right now. So here is the original car, the Tardi UR L8 right here with this baby blue ass color. Same type of design that we got going here except for the model name in the back and the paint job. So again, let's get ready to start things off here. One lap of a rolling start and ready, go. That's a menacing V8 and let's see if we get a delayed steer. No, down on the apex, that was great. So this car will be much manageable to drive because we got a power rating, as we can see right here with the torque graph. Let's see if we build up power. No, right here. 195 horsepower in BeamNG.drive with a torque rating of 153 pounds-feet of torque. That is like so mediocre for a car like this. But braking, braking's gonna be very easy. I was kind of very early right there because I'm used to the UR L8 car, not the original UR L8. So this is pretty much just like a car, like a sports car that I'm used to, like Gran Turismo or something like that. And like, this is like the regular road car, and the UR L8 is basically like a GR3 car or something. A big difference in terms of like handling, speed, acceleration, and a pure roach. LMAO says freaking Jurassic 5. So compare the difference between this run and the other run with the last car. We did make the same mistake as so by cutting the corner way too wide because I was going way too fast. So at least there won't be a huge discrepancy in terms of like the time difference between the two, which pretty much will accept it as so. So the time of the Tardi UR L8 car is a 2 minutes 15 seconds, but it seems like we're too late. See, we're late, as we can see with the time trial time right here. Let's see how late are we once we cross the start and finish line. So in terms of my tardiness, we get a time of a 2 minutes, 34 seconds, 433 milliseconds of a time difference of roughly 19 seconds. So yeah, just like the car with the model name with the Tardi UR L8, well, we were very late. So crash this right here. And the car runs compared to the last impact where we about breached the damn security fence as so. Can we go over the fence and if we like, do like last time where I just about jumped over the fence? Can we go through this? Yes, we can. Yes, we can, but we can't really move with this car in this current state. So for the final part of the video, let's drop both of these bad boys off at the good old leap of death to really end the pain and suffering from having a tiny ass engine in terms of the stroke and everything. We had a big ass bore, but a tiny ass stroke, which would be very unrealistic to achieve in real life. So take it to the top of the mountain, all this good stuff, right now. Alright, so I got the UR L8 car right here, and behind me is the UR L8, so it's going to jump this car off, starting with this guy right now, 10 miles an hour, 20, 30, 40, 50 stacks. Yeah, we got our 50 stacks, and how about the 0 to 60? Nope, 58 miles an hour, so 0 to 60 off of the dirt road, and the ramp was unfortunately unsuccessful. And let's get ready to stop and slow this down right here. Ooh, how close? Ooh, we're on contact here. Are we making contact? Ooh, just on time, man. So it's 16 times slow-mo this and unfreeze physics. How will this behave? There goes the tire. There goes the rest of the body. Zoom out, please. Thank you very much. And increase the time to 2 times. Now we're in midair, full time. And right there, main engine broken. There goes the tire, just going in terms of just like being flipping around like it's a damn loose coin or something like that, and everything as is. Heavy hit right there. Are we gonna get to the bottom of the lake here? Our little pond where we go splash because, well, that's what things do in real life. So yes, splash. No type of resistance whatsoever by going inside the water as so. Now for the UR L8 car, accelerate this bad boy very slowly because of the micro amount of turbo lag and the complexities of this car. 74 miles an hour was the top speed up the ramp there. Not too bad. Now let's get ready to stop this bad boy and slow her down quite a bit up in here. Edge and start of, well, let's do 32 times slow because we got an interesting one going up here. So here comes the car as so, unfreeze the physics, camera as is. Dent the left side of the door and the rest of the car in general. 8 times slow-mo. Do full time and then slow this down to 4 times slow-mo. Bang, there goes the car, and we're gonna get to the pond as so very quickly. Look at this, man! And Splash volume 2. And in the water SO, again, no form of resistance at all. So bringing the car as so to some flat land of both of them right here. So with the complexities of bringing this to some flat land, we screw up the car big time with the structural integrity and all this good stuff, just a pile of scrap metal. Compared to the Tardi UR L8 right here, it is recognizable that it is indeed a Tardi car. With the structural integrity in general, the body styling, all this good stuff stayed mostly intact, but the right side, ooh, this really held its shape fairly well to a certain extent with this type of impact going down the mountain and ending ourselves at this pond here. Interesting. So that'll do it of automation and BeamNG.drive with the Tardi UR L8. So in terms of the difference between this car and the original Tardi UR L8, well, with this engine having a V10 engine that's turbocharged about a bar of boost or 16.7 psi, it makes about 2.5 times more power compared to the bigger 2.5 liter V8 engine. But with this guy being a 3.2 liter despite being single overhead cam, it did well in terms of power, still did great in handling, braking wise, and all that good stuff compared to the original Tardi UR L8. And for those who are interested in this type of content, please be sure to like and subscribe so you won't miss out on any videos like this in the future. So this is TRIZE rising up and signing out.